It's getting all that little bit colder, but I think we're going to regress and discuss a tranquil time. Well, when I say tranquil time, all I remember is running like a blue horsefly all over the place during E3.
Carpeted floors.
Floors, my feet were killing me. We were discussing this before the show about all the conferences we got to. Not a single one did we get there early or just on time. No. It was a rush through the front door. They were about to start. Arse on seat.
But we did get into everyone this year.
We did get into everyone. Yes, yeah. That's true enough. Personal highlight for you?
Of the conferences?
Of the conferences, yeah. Anything really stood out?
I think the best overall one was probably Ubisoft.
Yeah.
I think they had the highest quality. What should I say? I didn't go to the Sony one. You covered that one. I think Microsoft was pretty much what everyone expected. It delivered on everything that you sort of knew from beforehand. No major surprises like that. But
I guess that was really, apart from Watch Dogs at Ubisoft, it was very much that feeling all the way through. It just felt like lack of surprise, it's just like lackluster, really, which is a bit unfortunate.
End of a generation, this is the last E3 we do without new consoles. That kind of feeling was there.
Let's just toss something up on the screen, hope it sticks.
Oh,
that was really the case.
That was kind of rude against some of the...
No. But, you know, there was that sense of everybody drawing their breath and expectantly waiting for an announcement of something that never materialized. Of course, great games were being shown at all the conferences, but I think people wanted a bit more, or expecting a bit more. Of course, I have to say, you said about Ubisoft, shout out at Microsoft to the South Park boys who lampooned the crap out of Smart Glass after the opening half an hour of the conference talking about how great Smart Glass was and multi-format. They came on within 5 minutes, completely destroyed it.
How many times have you been watching an episode of South Park and thought, I'd like to be able to watch this on my television while hooked into my mobile device, which is being controlled by my tablet device, which is hooked into my oven, all while sitting in the refrigerator?
Brilliant, biggest and most genuine laugh I think.
I was looking at the teleprompter during their speech, and it was just empty. And then it's like 30 seconds left, 15 seconds left.
Please get off the stage.
Exit left. But I guess they were the only ones who didn't have a script pre-approved.
It works beautifully. Yeah, it worked beautifully. But it wasn't all about the conferences. Obviously, we had a few days out and about in the show floor.
There's actual work as well.
It was work. It wasn't all just sitting, listening to these beautiful people talk about beautiful things. No, we went out into the world and discovered very, very hot halls, rammed halls, and halls full of games and entertaining things to watch and view and talk about.
One topic that people enjoy either loving or hating is the booth babes. And having been to, I think this was my, 2005 was my first E3.
Yeah.
So I've been to a few. And I have to say that the amount of booth babes and the amount has been lessened and the amount of clothes has sort of gone up. Over the years.
Sort of
there's like two different graphs going up. So it's less booth babes and there are more clothes on. But what was your experience of it?
I was going to say the person with the least amount of clothing I saw was this big wrestler guy, amazing guy at the Tekken stand. This guy was carrying a steel hubcap as a neck chain. You know, he's making Mr. T look like a pussy. But this guy ended up having an arm wrestle with him, and he was just fantastic. It was like Zangief, like the real deal. Stuff like that, I think that's stuff you don't really pre-plan for. Of course, the stands, I mean, think about Capcom stand and stuff like that, and the Activision stand where they were playing I think it felt like 3 or 4 screens, cinema screens attached together to show the latest Call of Duty trailer. That stuff's spectacular, but you see the people about having a great time and a great laugh, and I think the atmosphere really, really sells at E3. And that for me was absolutely perfect. I think the first time you said that you've been to a few, this is actually my first one that I went to, and it was a hell of an experience.
Yeah.
And definitely something I want to go to again. But there was a special meeting, was it?
Oh yeah, we caught up with
The excitement's getting to even,
Charles,
even the studio now.
Charles Martinet in the Nintendo booth, and it was kind of fun because he was doing the sound effects like the Mario with his Mario voice while we were playing New Super Mario Brothers U on the Wii U there, and that was quite a special sort of. It's kind of hard to relate that to like watching a movie and having the director talk, or like listening to a CD and the guy who's singing on the CD is like humming along or something. I don't know what you would liken that to, but it was kind of special.
Mamma mia, it's fantastic! Hee. Hello to all of my friends at GRTV. You're number one. Wahoo!
Talking about meeting characters in real life. So it wasn't actually the real characters. It was like about 15, 20-foot stands of the Borderlands crew, right? Okay, and we were going to do an interview with the writer of the game. And unfortunately, we didn't get this on camera, but gets everything set up, and all we heard was this massive thump. I turned around, and some guy's just done a handstand up against the statues. And there's that brief moment of, oh my God, this thing's going to go over, because you just saw all the statues behind me, and flipping over like that. Security 5 seconds, grab, what the hell are you doing? Chucked them out and everything like that. But it was one of those moments of, did that really, really, really happen? No. But yeah, well, I mean, there was a lot more. And we've shown you.
Favorite interview? Do you have one?
Oh God, no, man. It's so many.
You're drawing empty now.
A cascade of faces and peoples and games, none of which are sparking anything to me. It seemed like a collage, a montage of great discussion points, but nothing that really stands out as the one complete and ultimate best.
I got like one that's a little bit of a fun story. I think I did 2 good interviews on Last of Us. Mm-hmm. The first one was interesting because I think it's like the only time that they talked about the Easter egg that was in Uncharted 3, where they sort of teased the Last of Us virus thing in the paper. And the second one was just a really good in-depth interview after having seen the second playthrough demo of the E3 demo that I felt was just a nice interview. It's one of those few interviews where I felt like I've sat down, I've seen the game, I've had time. I got 10 minutes at least with the developer. Yeah. I wasn't rushed, and that's rare at E3. It's really rare.
Talking about rushed, we did spend every single day of E3 trying to get ourselves inside a Lamborghini. Forza Horizon had this sort of ad campaign out the front. So there's the Wargaming Net campaign stuff, which was massive plane sitting outside the front door. But just across the way, there's old Lamborghinis and stuff like that. And we managed to get like little wristbands that would allow us to drive in the Lamborghini back to the hotel and everything. 3 days in and out, we kept missing it because we're obviously doing interviews so late, until the final day, we finally managed to just push people aside, get the queues out of the way, say, look, press, blah, 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 blah. Sat in that Lamborghini for a glorious 10 seconds. We drove around the car park and back to start again, and had to leave. And it was just like, yeah.
Well,
so sad.
Sometimes short is wonderful, and short and sweet.
Short and sweet is the most bittersweet experiences.
So that's our...
that was our E3 remembrance.
Yeah.
But we do have now a lot
of
disappointment. You can see them on GRTV. Just, have a look around. You'll find some interesting stuff on there. But as for now, that's us wrapping up. We're on to our always lovely Indie Darlings segment. And then we've got Emily with today's competition, as well as the winners from the past week.
My indie darling is Defense Grid. It's an awesome tower defense game that you can play both on the PC and on the Xbox 360. I like it because it's one of the most well-developed, well-polished, well-balanced tower defense games out there. And I'm super excited about Hidden Paths Defense Grid 2, which they did a Kickstarter on, and it's going to come out hopefully soonish.
All right, so it's time to make some people happy and announce the next round of winners. The following people have won Jetpack Joyride on PSN: Veronica Revhog, Peter Nilsson, Sarah Sanchez, and Thomas Keskinen. Toe Jam and Earl has been won by Mikael Kofod. Following people have won Crusader Kings 2 on Steam: Jesper Bergström, Biro Atilia, Zach Schultz and Thomas Christiansen. War of Roses on Steam has been won by Daniel Andersen, Emil Volter, Michael Lund, Tobias Kittelsen and Richard Carlson. Trine 2 on Wii U has been won by Alberto Pasto de la Posa. And PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale and 1 month of PlayStation Plus has been won by Chris Dreyer, Alex Jakob and Jari Jokinen. Congratulations to you all. Today's question is, what is the name of the DJ who narrates Jet Set Radio? If you want to win Jet Set Radio on XBLA, write us an email at xmas@gamereactor.eu before 12 noon tomorrow, Central European Time. Write the answer in the subject line. Good luck!